wanted to have it a little more official, so I brought the checklist that we're gonna do before we go out.
Is this like the main app for this?
They should be using this. If not, there's probably something similar. Well, okay, so there's like basically a certain type of pilot's license. So I am a remote pilot. I'm flying a machine by remote use. I'm not in it. Nobody's in it. But yeah, then you gotta see if there's any restrictions. So like, say the military was flying in for some reason. So going through the packing checklist.
And then the battery just goes up in this. That's where
battery, yeah. Oh, 09, dude.
10 years.
You made this 10 years ago.
I made that 10 years ago.
JNL 09. Supposed to do all the top stuff, you know, fill out the date, the actual numbers on the aircraft, and this is just for tracking the parts and making sure everything's up to date and clean and working properly, making sure you're using your batteries in the right order and all that. So the first one, you would put like which battery, like battery number 1, how long that flight on that battery was, like 10 minutes, 15 minutes or whatever, and then basically you just go on to starting to look for where you're gonna go. And then you just, you know, you go through the list, so ensure site size is reasonable, make sure you're going somewhere with enough space, you check for potential obstructions. So this is like, what I can do is go on Google Maps or, you know, even Google Earth. Scope around the area, like make sure, okay, there's some trees over here, this is an open area, there's buildings here, trees or telephone wires and stuff like that, that you know that they exist there. Temperature's fine, it's only 75. You can see 9 miles, because it's only 12 miles. If it's above 20, 25, you don't really want to fly. 4 heliports nearby. So if you hear a helicopter, even if you just abort what you're doing, not necessarily hit the home button and panic. Plenty of satellites that were catching the GPS signal. Weather's clear, we're fine, dude.
Is this like in case you have to represent yourself in like a legal thing? Or
like there's a lot of laws that they're trying to make.
It's a bit like, citizen, please show me your flight log.
Yeah, exactly. Like when truckers go out and they drive, there's certain amounts of hours they can only drive up to. So they have to keep logs.
Okay.
But that's because of their driving, and they're gonna kill somebody if they're out driving for 24 hours straight.
How did you actually test?
There's different YouTube videos and stuff. I mean, you can just go on and it's called Part 107. Yeah, you can look it up online, and then there's airports and stuff that usually can host you and take the test there.
Okay.
But all this does is basically like airport mapping things where they say like where all the airports are and where all the features, radio towers. All these circles are different zones for like airplanes to fly in. So for instance, where we are right now, Class C, which basically you need to get a permit technically if you want to fly up over like 400 feet.
As like a regular person with a drone. Like you bought a drone and you just want to fly.
Yeah. See, like 390. Flight altitude reached. So it knows that I can't go any higher. No, like connecting, collaborate? No, that's not the word. Anyway, I can't even think of...
Calibrate?
Calibrate.
Calibrate.
It'll calibrate. They'll go... Boop, boop. I could do this. It's not going to do anything, right? If you want to start flying, you hold these in. It'll calibrate.
And now...
That word, calibrate. Like these zones that are red, can't even go there because they're federal, like the Presidio and the beach. See, it's all red around the outside there, and Golden Gate Park is just gray. If I click on Golden Gate Park, it's fine. The Polo Field's right there. So if I click on it, nothing comes up. So that means it's fine. But look, if I click on one of these, it's probably a school or something. Watch. Yeah, Holy Name School. So these are all places you shouldn't.
Oh, you can't be.
You shouldn't just go and do it.
Can't be doing that.
Left in, right out. So now it's calibrated, right? All you're gonna do is take your left thumb and go up on the left one.
All right.
Right?
Yeah.
Slowly go forward with it. Keep going.
Okay.
Right.
All right,
now it's going right.
Okay.
Go back with it. Down. Right, well, it'll work as hard as it needs to the left, and you're back to where you started. So that's the first exercise you do, is you go in a square. If you wanted to fly, you know, on the beach or in any of these other areas, you should be getting a permit. They're working on a system where you can just literally be like, I'm going here, enter, approved. You know, that's what they want eventually, but it's not there yet. As well as if you're near an airport, you're supposed to check in if you're really going to be that close with them, with the actual flight tower.
People you see in like the Presidio, they're supposed to have a permit to do that.
You know, you're at your own risk right now. Don't do something bad that's gonna disrupt the name of people flying drones.
There's gonna be that person who ruins it for everybody.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Actually print your own of these.
Yeah, if I wanted to change it, I could change whatever. I don't have to keep it the same. It's not like an official thing.
So we can actually design our own.
Yeah, if you want.
Would it help if this was in like a little frivolously bound thing?
Yeah, dude. That would be pretty dope. Should be really sick. Now it's gonna want to take off as soon as I start moving.
So all you did was
I calibrated it, I put them inside, and then it was like boom, boom, and then I just took my left one, and that means up. And it's under small unmanned aircraft. I can only fly up to, I think it's 50 pounds. Anything more than that, then I think I need a different type of license.
Okay, it's by weight.
Yeah.
Oh, something you fly in the sky.
Yeah.
While standing on the ground.
Right. If you want to get in it and fly it, that's a different license. No, you can go to Hobbyco and buy those little model ones. But once you scale it up, that's when it gets like, hey, you're gonna freaking kill somebody. You know? Like, it's telling us where we're at, right? So then you would, I want to start it here. I would like double tap it, and then that would start the point of where we're gonna take off. And then I hold over here, and I hold over here, and I hold over here, and I hold over here.
Oh, so you're just like kind of like making points.
Basically, yeah.
It's gonna fill it in.
Exactly. And then it'll fill it in, and you can turn it and go whichever way you want the drone to fly. So that's what you would do to create a flight path in a certain place you know you're gonna go.
Okay.
They would put TFR, a temporary flight restriction, and you would see like, oh, you definitely can't fly your drone there today. Like, don't do it. Up on the right one, I mean you're going forward. This is directional. This is your D-pad.
Yeah.
This one is up, literally up and down. Left is spin left, right is spin right. I can just do this.
This is so legit.
So now it's saying there's an obstacle. See, it sees us. 10 feet away, it sees us. We turn it around, it's going to stop saying that because it's left. So now it's like, oh, you're good. First is the aircraft, so this is the aircraft. So this is when you're just checking to make sure everything's working correctly. Pull these guys out. Yeah, each blade has a specific way it spins. So this one goes this way, this one goes this way. So they go opposite ways, these go opposite ways. So this goes the same way as this one goes the same way as this one. And that's what counteracts it staying in place and stuff. So you just make sure, you know, give it a little twist the way it's supposed to go, just to make sure there's no like restrictions in it.
You'll be able to tell right away if there's like some stuff wrong.
Yeah, and then you give these little guys a twist, make sure they're not cracked, make sure there's no chips out of it, because that'll mess up the flight too if these are broken. Turn the controller on and then the drone with the battery in it, and then they'll start talking to each other.
Okay.
And then basically
connect this to this and then turn it on.
Yeah, and then once you connect this, it'll automatically read it. And you just open the app and it'll be like, all right, cool, GPS is online, you're good to fly. Pop these little guys out. Little cover that came off. This is the guy that holds it in place. A little gimbal moving around. Make sure he's free to wiggle around. Extend the antennas, nice and snug in there. Click it, and then you click it again and hold it until it beeps. Click it, click and hold. So this thing just started charging. That's how you know that's connected. Pop that guy in, click, hold. Hey, we're connected.
How long do these batteries last on like average?
12 to 20 minutes depending on how aggressive you're flying it and stuff. Aircraft's fine. So flight batteries, charged them all last night. So 4 bars. You just click it once, it'll tell you how charged it is.
I see what's up, okay.
If I click it and then hold it, it'll do that and now it's on. And then I click it and hold it again and now it's off. I like to land it manually anyway. You know.
There's automatic ways to land and then there's manual ways.
Yeah, I mean literally as it's coming in, you just hold down, it'll be like and then it'll get about a foot off the ground and it'll stay there for a second. Then it'll automatically take over. It'll be like
okay.
Like the Millennium Falcon. The land on the left one is up vertically and down. Then you would go down. And then it gets to a certain point, like I said, and then you just hold it.
Yeah.
It takes a second and then it does it automatically.
It'll land itself.
That's a cool spot. Tablet cable. So that would be like this little white guy. This is what plugs the controller. This guy pops out. This goes in nice and snug. Cord goes in here, into there, which also charges the iPad as it's on here. Basically, this talks to this and this talks to that.
I completely understand.
Yeah, if you see aircraft coming, you just listen first. If you hear like a plane or something, just look up and find it. Get out of the way. Yeah. We are essentially the least priority. We have 0 right away at all.
They're like hobbyists.
Yeah.
That was sick.
When you load this program in and you like put send to the aircraft, you got to make sure you're sending the right one, because some people send the wrong file. Like they have multiple files. They get to the location and they open the wrong file. They upload it to the aircraft. It's like, oh, I accidentally opened it down when we were in Union City. So now it's gonna be like, okay, here's my GPS. Oh, I'm in Alameda. I need to go to Union City, and it's gonna just take off. And people have lost drones like that. It's insane, dude.